Hello and welcome to the stream. Uh, Day 3 of 365 days of StarCraft coming at you right here. I'm gonna queue up some of the replays that we've got lined up for you today. First, we're gonna start off with the, what was that? 25th, yeah. The 25th, Day 3 of, no, sorry, it's Day 3 or it's Day 2? So we are playing Terran versus Terran today. It was a pretty good match. Just gonna diagnose this one a little bit for you as we go back and look at the replay overall. Overall, you can see the game that I'm going to be setting up for you today. A lot of Terran versus Terran in the days to come as I broadcast these, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of good knowledge out of those games. I've got a lot of experience from those, and it's going to be interesting to see over the course of these next few days how I continue to advance as I play against Terran opponents. So I'll introduce our players shortly. In the red trunks, playing out of the United States, Joe Bob Prime. And in the northeast corner of the map, blue Terran, day 1, M-Flow. So M-Flow goes with a standard opening, as do myself, just trying to get a barracks out, trying to get the reactor going, 3 in, both on. Timing is seemingly right on. I'm actually just a little bit ahead of him in production. He's a little bit ahead of me in army count. But all in all, pretty standard openings, nothing to be scared about. Now he's going to drop a factory straight away from that, and I'm going to go a slightly different route where I'll drop my factory a little bit later after cranking out a few more and getting an extra supply. Now you can tell I've spotted him straight away, and he has come in a little bit late finding my base. He's just checking things out a little bit. He's going to be denied. That's fine. Going to go down and try to chase him out a little bit. Overall, I'm just trying to focus on the macro. You can see I've got the starport started, both cranking away. Probably floating too much gas at this point. I've dropped another barracks. Supply capped. Was supply capped there for a little while, so was day 1. Let's go ahead and check in and see what he's doing. So he's adding factory reactor. Probably something that is a little bit more common in Terran players. I am at this point on day 2, not doing as well with my macro and understanding the meta and where the game's at this point. So he's going to get an engineering bay, and he's going to start cranking out a little bit of mix of Marauder and Marine. He's working on STEM. I'm working on Combat Shield. And you can see my build is a little bit more spread out. Okay, I've got 1-1. It's good. I'm starting working on 1-1. But I still don't really have a cohesive build here together. Now, something that I did do, if you didn't catch it, was I loaded up a medevac with 2 Widow mines and some Marines. I felt like I got some good pressure off here. Barreled those mines and gonna save them and get a few blasts off. But where I felt like maybe I wasn't as certain as... So it was a good exchange. Probably should have backed out at this point. Cut my losses. He's got clearly more units than I do. So these Widow mines are going to get a few more shots off. Just not enough with those medevacs to take those units down, or that would have been a great little swap there. Let's just check out the mineral consumption at this point. So overall, I'm out mining him. I'm in the lead at this point. He's supply capped again, but he's setting himself up a better economy back at home. He's got 4 barracks. He's cranking out Marines. He's cranking out Marauders and Marines. He's got a couple tanks sitting defensive. He's got 1-1 already achieved, whereas I am just now working on my 1-1. Let's go check and see what I got. Yeah, I've got 1-0. But I'm feeling fairly confident at this point, so I'm starting to get my own production up. I'm still kind of mixing in probably too many Widow Mines at this point. I'm using the Widow Mines, but not effectively. In here I've forgotten about my armor attack. But, you know, I'm still 10 supply ahead, soaking minerals, keeping those down low, working on stem. He's already got stem, he's working on 1. He's working on 2-2 now. And his production is kicking in at this point, you can see overall. Let's look at upgrades real quick. He has the 1-1 and stem. We've got combat, shield, and stem. But he's really starting to crank the production out at this point and outpace me. So now he's taking the supply lead at 15-minute marker. He's got the tank for defensive. This is a really nice defensive map if you wanted to sit back in here as a Terran and camp. So I'm just going to actually stop this for a minute and hop back to the 12-minute mark. And I want to do that because I've loaded up these Marines. I've loaded up these 3 medevacs for a drop that effectively I don't use. At this point, I'm only a couple games in. I don't understand. I mean, look at that. I'm sitting right on it. That's just nasty. That I could have gone in and really done some damage. He would have been able to clean me up, but I would have been able to get, I think, some good pressure in, drop it into his main, wipe up some SCVs and get back out of there if I was playing smart. But you can tell, again, that they just sit there, and they will sit there for the next 8 minutes while he masses up that army, takes the supply lead. I start to position, so Widow Mines, he's scanning me, he's playing smart, he moves out, I'm still sitting there. He starts to take map control. He's scanning everywhere he goes. He scans me again, he sees it on the 3rd, he sees that I had Widow Mines here, so he's going to go around and attack from that front. I've got some tanks up, but they're not as positioned. I'm going to load up more into my medevacs. This is still sitting here while he's massing up this army. He's now got me about 15 supply. He's saturated. He's cranking out units. He's really got a good build going. Whereas I'm sitting back, not building anything. I'm probably trying to micro too much. There we go. And with these units still in. But at this point, he's busting down the door. He's loaded up, he's sitting on top of the... Again, I've loaded up units into these medevacs. If I was in position, maybe we'd have a chance. With this tank line, I've got idle Widow Mines, not doing us any good. He's got the high ground now, he's going to move in on my natural. I've got nothing to back this up. I'm starting to tank. He's working on 3-3. 50 lead supply. I'm able to successfully get in, but you can tell he's going to be able to come back in here and clean that up with the main units fairly easily. He's moved out to the 3rd. Oh, here's my drop, my 3rd. This is just embarrassing at this point. I'm wasting these units. They could be doing so much damage. They could be causing so much havoc for him. But no, I'm just sitting back. I've got too much going on. I've added in Widow Mines into the build. I've added in too many things that I can't sustain. I can't micro. And so at this point, I've got so much going on in so many different places that it makes it to where he can just a move over me at that point. I mean, look at this. This is not great by any means. He's able to clean it up. He takes a main down, and that's going to be a GG. So what I learned from this is don't try to get a confusing build. Don't try to get a build that I don't know, that I don't understand, that I'm not ready to use on the ladder. I need to watch a lot more replays. I need to of other players. I need to get a more solid build in place when fighting Terran before I try to take them on with a drop play Widow Mines. So that's it for day 2. Put me back in my place in terms of how I should really be feeling, and get me down to the level where maybe I can start playing some people that I can compete against. So that's it for day 2. Thanks for watching. See you next time.